What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we have something that we're going to try out because, well, last time we tried to do Sealand with the new levels that kind of came out, we were using our Aspen, and we had some decent luck overall, but there were some issues as far as our overall team kind of went. We had issues getting crowd controlled, all that fun stuff, but what we didn't have at the time was an upgraded Interstellar Huntress Patricia to actually use as part of our team. Kind of want to build her as tanky as possible, to be honest. I know our stone isn't going to be the best necessarily, but we are going to have Elena on our squad as well, very tanky and defensive. And again, we have her completely sublimed out. The only thing we don't have is up to level 120. But what we can do is actually jump on over and finally use all these chests that we've saved up. Nope, not that one. I guess, wow, we got 12 of them now. Well, we only need 8. So let's grab out 8 of these, and we have 4 left over now. Man, every time I come to this screen, I'm like, look at all these wasted cores of origin. My goodness, there's just so many of them. But what this does allow us to do is get her upgraded and potentially give us even more power-ups when it comes to our core of origin that we're using, even on our Lord of Fear Aspen that we're using. So we got that set up. We don't have Destiny Transition, which, man, I wish we could. The problem here is that we don't have the Stellar Shards. Once again, the Stellar Shards is always like the most difficult thing to get, which in reality, I mean, we could steal it off some other heroes. We do have hyperspace under Ilamok nowadays, powered up to Destiny Transition, but we just swap which one we have for the time being. It's only 1,000,000 attack. It's not even that much that we're gaining from it. So maybe we just steal these off right here. Yeah, so we have a little bit more Stellar Shards, and then maybe we can get her to 120 and Destiny Transition her for the time being. That could be something that would be worthwhile because, again, just immediately Destiny Transitioning hero gives them so much power. So much power. So, see if it's possible. 4 million. Is it enough? It is. Cool. So that does unlock this, and we do not have any. Whoops. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I did that to Freya the other day. Oh my goodness. Not Transition Temple, Destiny Transition. Recycle this for 10 soul symbols. Ouch, that feels kind of bad, but it is what it is because I want to do it to Patricia to get her some defenses. That's kind of the most important part for her. So we're not going to level it up. We're just going to literally keep her unlocked so that she has Destiny Transition power 7. That is going to be key. Now, beyond that, we're probably just chucking in a bunch of carries like always. So let's just give them some gear, and let's give them... Yeah, we can give them Auspicious Lucky Cats, I guess. That'll kind of work. That, or maybe just something like energy-wise as well. So let's see what this 3-hero team can do now that we have Patricia in our lineup as well. Before we did this with 2 heroes, now we got a third one that actually has some power, and like I said, is giving an extra level here as well. Do we want to use this? If cells is under interstellar armament at the end of each round, increase control immunity of random allies. When it chases and attacks, increases target allies damage reduction until the end. I mean, that could be good. I still feel like his is better. His just seems much better. Better control immunity, everything. So let's see what happens. We have additional power this time, so maybe where we previously got stuck, we can get past it. Holy cow, our 2 other Transcendence heroes just disappeared. That was not even close. Oh my goodness. Do we have to go with like... Oh geez, this is crazy. This is just absolutely crazy, the amount of like, this is so rough nowadays. I think we're getting to the levels of difficulty that like the only thing that's going to help us is like Treasure Train and Guild Statue, but we have like nothing invested in Guild Statue. Yeah, even with that 7, she's going down immediately. Maybe we have to try to put them in the front row. I don't know. That's tricky. That's very, very tricky. What if we put both of them in the front row? Does that do much for us here? No. Wow. That's absolutely insane considering they both have a golden crown equipped. I mean, there's nothing else that would even make them strong enough to absorb this first round of hits. Like, I guess, yeah, they are missing some stuff. Well, there we go. There's the crowd control I was kind of hoping for, but they still go down just so easily. This is definitely future-proof content for once. I don't even know if anybody's defeated Sealand 40. I imagine Rex and them are probably close. But my goodness, we're like full defensive tankiness, if I remember correct. Oh, you're not over there anymore. So I guess we could like unlock another stone and try this out. Like, honestly, just go for something very tanky. Block HP, you know what? That sounds perfect. Getting a higher block chance is really, really good in this situation. What are we running? 125. We also can probably run her with armor and honestly just go with control immunity so she doesn't get stunned potentially. And we can just go for the tankiness as well. Just go something like that and see if she can survive this. Again, she's almost got maxed out gear too, although I should see. Can we upgrade her gear? We can. So let's do that too. We're literally just going to try to invest as much as we can with this hero. Now, granted, if we did turn her into like, say, a homeowner, she might get some additional stats, but we're not going to have the right tenants or anything. We can upgrade her gear, which is a decent upgrade here. Go back to the crown. Let's take a look. Would that keep her alive? Because as we know, I mean, we got Elena here as a tenant. Technically, she's a tenant over here. We have anybody built to even put? I mean, like, we don't even have heroes to slot in right now. Although, kind of we do. You know what? We kind of do. Oh, this is going to hurt for gems. This is going to hurt for gems right here. And I better remember to redo this because I actually might forget. So let's put her over here. Quick settle. We at least have someone in every slot. It's 1.5 billion HP. That is pretty significant. So maybe it works. I don't know. It'll give her more power. If we can keep her alive and get more crowd control out, that would be the most optimal situation. She's still almost dying in the first round, and beyond that, they're getting CC'd like immediately. She does get an active off. She does get some dodge rate, which would definitely help keep them alive, but maybe she can go on the back row. I don't know. Honestly, these carries having like unbending will might be like killing her, because if you remember correctly, she does heal when allies die. So yeah, getting those CCs off is good. But she's not really getting many off. Wow, she's actually the only one surviving, and she CC'd the entire enemy team. Well, it'd be kind of weird if she's the one that ends up winning. Holy cow. Maybe for Sealand, she is key. Like, make her your main damage dealer on your account. Give her Giant Killer. Man, Lord of Your Aspen does not hit for anything. Holy cow, it's so little damage. You gotta remember, he's over 50 million attack in this scenario too. Jeez, it's just so little damage. So little. I think we've kind of hit our peak. Even with adding heroes like her into the mix, like, if they hit you enough times, even with the 75% damage reduction, all damage reduction, your team is just Swiss cheese. So even though we did power her up, I don't think it's going to help. I almost wonder what it would look like if we had 5 carries with her on our main account here. But sadly, we don't have any other carries. And again, if we can just get our heroes to survive like a round or two, like, that's the key part here. Getting them to survive like a round or two so that they can get more dodge going and stuff like that for all heroes, that would be key. But yeah, they just hit so freaking hard, it's ridiculous. Okay, so there is one thing we could try. I don't know how hard they actually are hitting us. They might be hitting us for more than an HP bar, but we could go back to the good old Magic Stone Sword and see if it works for this faction. I don't think it will, because you're losing a lot of all damage reduction, which means they're probably one-shotting you, which means the Magic Stone Sword is doing nothing. Because if enemies do more than 100% of your HP bar, Magic Stone Sword doesn't reduce the damage that you take. I mean, they're alive. That's a change of pace. I mean, that actually felt better, kind of, right? That actually felt better. You know, let's do 5 last attempts. Let's see if we can make any type of progress here. The longest we had Patricia live was like 4 or 5 rounds, which is kind of crazy, but our Lord for Aspen was already down and out. Yeah, this kind of works. Like, our heroes are alive, which is kind of crazy to think. Okay. Okay. We keeping some of them crowd control, which is good. We also have fear effects. So we have 2 different types of CC that can stick to heroes. And on top of that, we have carries that drain energy to let the fear effect work. Holy cow. And again, as carries die, it keeps Patricia healing up, which is really good. And she just keeps crowd controlling the enemies with those stuns, which is pretty key here. And even if they're not stunned, they don't get to do their attacks the next round anyway, because they have either the mark from carry or the fear mark from Aspen. We just need Aspen to have enough damage at this point. Yeah, just surviving that initial onslaught is key, and the Magic Stone Swords do just that. Round 13 active from Aspen should win it. Well, isn't that a pleasant surprise? So we do make some progression. We'll see if we can get maybe one more of these done. Granted, this is the mixed wave, so I don't know how that's going to go. But I feel like we should have enough healing and such that this is good. Sadly, in the Dark Faction, there's really no shielding going on. Yeah, Magic Stone Sword, kind of overpowered, I'd say. Oh, we did lose the Elena, which kind of sucks because that is our dodge layers. Now we're going to start getting hit when they do break out some. Granted, Patricia has dodge, which is really, really good. And she might be one of the best crowd control heroes in the game at this point. Just because, like, it's a 100% chance, basically, for her to apply those stuns. And kind of good. Aspen just gets free reign to kind of do whatever he wants, especially with paired with this many carries. It feels pretty good. And then once we're CCing them, we're getting tons of stacks of these Auspicious Lucky Cats as well. And she's doing a little bit of damage. Interstellar Huntress Patricia's doing a little bit, but she's doing what she really needs to do, is keep them crowd controlled. Question is, do we have the damage to finish this? Probably not with this setup. We probably need to go a little risky with the Aspen and go like with Antlers Cane, but it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Who would have thought this hero could give us progression right here? Magic Stone Sword of all things. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think. I love when old artifacts become meta again, and I'll see you guys next time.